Let's cut across to our band of reporters who've been tracking the woman vote, the youth vote across the country. Joining me right now is my colleague Amit Bhardwaj, who's joining us from Siwan, from Saran. There is Moshmi from Darbhanga. There is Rahul Gautam. And we have Anupam, who's joining us from Tarapur. I want to cut across to Anupam first, where All right, we'll go across to Amit Bhardwaj first, not Anupam, from Siwan district. Siwan was one district, Amit, that we have discussed very closely. A district where 8 seats in the entire district, 2 only went to the NDA, 6 to the Mahagathbandhan. It's a district that the Mahagathbandhan would be hoping to consolidate, especially because we are talking of the woman vote. You've been tracking the area of Siwan. Siwan is also the nerve center, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes down to migrants. Siwan, Saran, Chhapra, the entire region is dependent on their migrant population that goes out and earns their livelihood, making the number of women in these constituencies very, very important, because the men are clearly not there. Some of them have stayed back after Chhath to cast their ballot, but most of them have also gone. So, Amit, you have been tracing, the vote pattern through the course of the day in Siwan. What have you gauged?
Well, Preeti, two kind of migration certainly bother Siwan. One which happens across the country. The other one is a happy migration, because many of these youth have traditionally been working in Gulf countries as well. And Mohammad Shahabuddin's era is very much credited for that as well, that kind of change that happened. But today in Siwan, there are 2 constituencies that were certainly the focus of the electoral battle in Siwan as well. One being Raghunathpur, where you had Virasat versus Siyasat, essentially Mohammad Shahabuddin's son Osama being in the electoral fray for the first time, avoiding the media, not speaking much, maintaining a calmness all through the campaign and even on the day of polling. But his mother, Hina Sahab, while speaking to me, did say that, whatever the BJP leaders want to say about Osama, they can, but Raghunathpur and Pratappur as well, the village from where Mohammad Shahabuddin belonged to, are like family, and they will back Osama's electoral debut as well. But there you have Vikas Singh, who is in the electoral fray from Janata Dal United, NDA leaders backing him as well. But, it is to be noted the way women voters were queuing up at the polling stations. Certainly you had a certain kind of polling trend when it comes to a specific caste and specific religion, but more so, we also found out in the very Raghunathpur, such as adjoining villages of Pratappur, which used to be the native village of Mohammad Shahabuddin, women voters at the polling station in the queue speaking about the 10,000 loan that has been given to them for starting businesses, and they had business ideas on their mind that they were speaking about. One lady did mention about how
Amit, one quick question before we go to our other reporters. When you've been speaking to women, do you see them band together on their role as gender, where the 10,000 rupees dole is concerned, or do you see them not really go and band as gender but return to their caste fault lines this time? What are you witnessing more in the area that you are?
Preeti, I think for a certain community and a certain caste, they might be following the caste line, but for many of these women, it's about the welfare schemes of the Nitish Kumar government, which is sort of resonating in them, even when they are standing in the queue to cast their vote. We have met male members of the families, by the way, who were really doubtful. One from, in fact, Yadav community voter in the adjoining village of Pratappur, who did mention that he is not very sure as to where his women from his own family might have cast the vote when they went to the polling station. So that is the kind of confusion that even the family members are facing at this point in time, let alone the netas whose electoral...
That actually is healthy democracy, where at least women are coming out and voting exactly where they want to. I'll come back to you, Amit, just short on time. Want to bring in all our reporters and editors on ground. Anupam has been tracking the Tarapur constituency. Very, very important, because it's going to test the fate of one of the deputy chief ministers, Samrat Chaudhary, standing from Tarapur constituency, fighting an election after 15 years. He's an MLC right now, has never contested from Tarapur, coming in together. It's going to be a very tough contest where Tarapur is concerned, and the Deputy Chief Minister, who already is facing enough flack, especially from Prashant Kishore and even the RJD on his educational qualifications, is fighting a very tough battle. One of the two chief ministers whose fate is going to be deputy chief ministers whose fate is going to be tested today is Samrat Chaudhary. The other one you just saw, whose car was attacked in Lakhimpur, is Chief Minister Rajiv Sinha. But I want to bring in Anupam. Anupam, Tarapur constituency, extremely important, will hold the fate of the Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary, but it is not an easy fight for him.
Well, yes, Preeti, when I spoke to Samrat Chaudhary in the morning, he looked very confident. He spoke very confidently. But let me tell you this contest is very close, because if we look back the previous results in bypoll of 2021, the JDU won here, but they won it narrowly. And for the past few years, JDU had kept their seats here, but the margin was very narrow. So this time also, it's a very tough fight between Arun Shah and Samrat Chaudhary and some of the people. And I have also spoken with some of the women's, and women's came out in large numbers in every booth. And the one thing which I noticed, which I witnessed, was that absence of youth. The number of youths were not sufficient in every booth. So this might affect the outcome also. But let me tell you, the previous results and the people who were speaking about things not on the camera, but without the camera. So it will be a very close fight between Samrat Chaudhary and Arun Shah.
Okay, a very, very close fight. A lot of people are predicting a very tough contest for the incumbent Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary. They're one of the two deputy CMs testing their fate in the first phase.